The sound of her key turning in a lock at 3 in the morning made my blood run cold. My fiancée, Jessica, froze when she saw me. Then a man's voice said, "Babe, who's that?" I wasn't supposed to be home. My last meeting had been booked to run until midnight across town, but the client canceled. At the last minute, I grabbed a late coffee, drove through empty streets, and pulled into my building's garage just before 3 o'clock in the morning. The whole place was silent. That eerie muffled quiet you only get in the middle of the night. When I stepped into my apartment, I didn't turn on the main lights. Just the small lamp by the couch lit the living room. I figured I'd unwind for a few minutes before heading to bed. The hum of the refrigerator was the only sound. Then the metallic scrape of a key in the front door lock. I froze. There was only one other person with a key, my fiancée. She wasn't supposed to be back until morning. She told me she was staying at her friend Rachel's place after a girls' wine night. The door opened slowly. She stepped inside, one heel dangling from her hand, hair, slightly tangled makeup smudged at the corners. The moment her eyes landed on me, sitting in the half-dark, her body went rigid. Before either of us could say anything, a man's voice drifted in from the hallway outside. "Babe, who's that?" It was casual, too casual like he thought. He was walking into her place, and I was just some random roommate. The man stepped inside behind her, and my stomach knotted instantly. He was older than me by a few years, taller, well-built, with the smug ease of someone who believed they belonged there. His shirt was half untucked, the collar wrinkled, dark spots on the fabric where the night's humidity had clung. Mud streaked the sides of his expensive leather shoes. The smell of alcohol hit before he did. Not just beer, but that sharp scent of whiskey and layered over it. An aftershave I didn't recognize. They both stood there for a second, as if trying to process how to play this. I didn't move, I didn't speak. I just looked from her to him and back again, the silence pressing into the room like a weight. She recovered, first forcing a smile that looked more like a grimace. The words she muttered were some rushed attempt at an explanation. Her voice low, almost drowned out by the hum of the fridge, something about a ride home, a friend of a friend. My eyes stayed on her, but I caught the man's reaction in the corner of my vision. A quick side glance toward her, then to me sizing me up like he was debating whether to challenge my presence or back down. I didn't respond, not yet. Instead, I leaned back into the couch,